Welcome back to KVUE News at 6. On this Earth Day, Austinites are showing their support for the environment by going on an adventure. They jumped into kayaks on Lady Bird Lake in search of litter. Photojournalist Erin Johnson shows us what they found.
Hello, how was it out there?
Being on Lady Bird Lake and this being our home, we wanted to make sure that we were doing our part, and we started what we called the kayak cleanup crew.
There's not going to be any trash left.
We realized there was a lot more trash buildup happening on the lake during the pandemic.
We also found a chair.
We brought back dolls, shoes, strollers.
Lotto tickets. Wow. How'd you even pull that up onto the boat?
These scooters are a menace, and we need to get them out of our water.
You would not believe it. It gets pretty weird. We actually have a prize category.
My first winner is Nate Holloway. Nate, are you here?
Having such community interest and engagement around this has been like surprising in some ways.
We have one of the big advantages, I think, of Austin is our beautiful outdoor landscape, and if it's not clean, it can't be enjoyed as much.
Having fun and helping the earth at the same time. That's KVUE photojournalist Erin Johnson reporting. And the rental company Rowing Dock hosted today's cleanup and awarded prizes to volunteers who brought back the most trash.
It's a good cause there. I enjoy that.
I think it's a great cause.
KVUE photojournalist Erin Johnson has some of the sights and sounds from today.
Go to cross.
We sneaked in. We got Bijan Robinson. We're doing the Hook'em Herd.
It was awesome. Great for Parents Weekend. I think it's amazing to show where I go to class, you know, where everything is out, what I do during my day.
It was a fun ride. Hate to see it end, but we know some things have to come to an end, but it'll be on to bigger and better things after UT.
He's graduating! Woo!
He got big.
Yeah, he should intimidate the other team.
We got this. Easy dubs. Hook 'em, baby.
Yeah.
We'll have highlights from that UT football spring game coming up later on in sport.
I'm just really proud of him because he had his eyes set on UT from when he was a child, and there was a journey to get there. I know that he wants to impact people and make a difference in people's lives while doing business, so I hope he can figure out how to do both and really make a difference, stay persistent.
Actually not yet. He's still like lined up in the dock area. 4 years and he's done, so he got an internship. It was great. It was awesome. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Very proud.
I'm trying to look for all my friends on the big Jumbotron, but it's kind of surreal. I think that most people that go to UT are on very unique paths. I think it's a great school, and you know, everyone I know is doing something different and has a good future ahead of them.
The Texas drought,
If you look at the soil, it's extremely dry.
Is making things difficult for farmers like Derek Amati, who owns Amati Acres Farm in Lockhart.
Like this row of tomatoes, I planted it 3 times because the plants just kept dying on me like this.
The current drought conditions are the worst the state has seen in about a decade, drying up some bodies of water and killing crops.
Because I grow on this kind of scale, I do use drip irrigation and I use shade, so it doesn't impact me like it would other farmers who are out in the open.
About 97% of the state of Texas is in a drought. That's according to Texas A&M Forest Service.
April and May being some of our wettest months, and that precipitation really didn't come this year. And now that we're into summer, the drought is continuing.
Areas that are shaded would usually hold moisture.
I'm the shade king around here. I cover everything in shade.
But even the shade can't beat the effects of the heat.
If we had some moisture, these plants would just be loaded with peppers, but this one plant might have, 6 peppers on it. That's not where I'd like it to be.
Imadi has served restaurants and farmers markets in the area for years. This year, the quality not quite up to his standards.
I think everybody's going to have reduced yields and reduced quality in their crops.
Farmers like Imadi across central Texas,
Dang, look at this, it's just dust.
Looking forward to some much-needed rain.
This response was pathetic. You don't have kids in there for that long when you know they're being killed, shot, and hurt, and there's no rhyme or reason. And watching it makes it even more disturbing from my aspect through law enforcement eyes.
I was going to say how you said since Columbine training's changed, a lot has evolved, and you said one of the biggest things is kind of getting to the shooter as quickly as possible.
Right, and making sure we have the right equipment to go in. You know, we're not asking any one officer to be a hero and walk into a suicide situation. You know, from the videos and what's coming out, they had the equipment. They had the firepower.
Not only does Curtis Lavarello believe the officers inside Robb Elementary had firepower, he believes they had options they did not utilize.
There was a lot of focus on breaching the door into the classroom. Well, these classrooms had windows as well. I don't care if you have to drive a police vehicle through that door. You get in there and you save lives. It's just incredibly difficult to watch. And it's probably, you know, I've gone as far as calling it disgusting.
In the beginning, they did have a few officers go down who got shot at, and then they came back and stayed back.
Right. They had ballistic shields as well, you know, which would have provided a great portion of protection. You got to engage the shooter. If for nothing else, he's engaging you and not engaging kids and killing kids.
He also said by running away when shots were fired, the officers put themselves at risk by turning their backs to the shooter. He said how the officers retreated is not typical, and this response as a whole was inexcusable.
We go into gun battles where we know there is one person that may hurt one person. This is a gun battle where you know there's a one person that is hurting 20 some odd people and taking their lives. And so there's just no way to make sense of the response here. And I can certainly understand the frustration of these parents and the community.
You can give me a hug. What are you doing? Oh, what's up, my big boy?
There are no walls that can contain the love of a mother.
Come on.
But all Jennifer McKeever had wanted 3 years ago were 4 walls to house herself and her 3 kids.
My biggest goal is to never be homeless again. I do not want my children to have to go through that. And I have a piece that's not going to happen again. Oh, come on.
She still remembers the day her caseworker said they could leave the Austin Women's and Children's Shelter to live at M Station, an affordable housing community created by a bond passed in 2006.
It was amazing. I mean, we had been working hard to find what me and my kids called our forever home.
M Station is ran by Foundation Communities, and the complex also has many resources like a free learning center.
You like it at Learning Center? Yeah, we love it here, don't we?
Several Austin organizations are now teaming together to get an at least $300 million affordable housing bond on the ballot this November to help people like Jennifer.
If Austin really is going to live up to some of the lofty values that we proclaim to endorse, then affordable housing and deeply affordable housing has to be at the center of our priorities as a community.
The 3 bonds before this one were in 2006, 2013, and 2018 and funded in total 82 developments. This proposed bond would be funded through a property tax increase. Joao Paulo Connolly with the Austin Justice Coalition says there is some money left from the 2018 bond, but it will not last.
Our affordable housing development programs, both for rental and for ownership, will run out of money. Our home repair program will run out of money. And our land acquisition programs from the city will halt because we will no longer have money to continue these programs into coming years.
Programs that for Jennifer gave her the opportunity to find her family stability and a place to call home.
They don't have that burden that they shouldn't have in the first place.
Oh, you two split it. All right.
Reporting in Austin.
Did y'all have fun today?
I'm Connor Board.
What did you do fun today? Oh, we're all happy about the marshmallow snacks today, huh? Did you get a marshmallow snack too?